Yeah, that makes sense. Good. Fuck it, you're gonna hear a cool story. Here we go. Have you ever been shut down by a girl? Hard. Hard! Right? Has this ever happened to you? Because here's the thing. I have. Listen, here it comes. I'm pretty bold when it comes to the ladies. Hello, ladies. He said, in a voice like Professor Snape, hello, Mr. Potter. How not smooth. Here's the thing. I'm pretty bold when it comes to the ladies, and I'm also pretty smooth, right? Right? Fucking right? Listen, okay? A lot of times, this is the way that a nerd normally goes about his relationship experiences. He likes a girl from afar. He does, like, maybe have a class with that girl you really like, and when you're in class, you're like, oh, hey, what's up, Felicity? How are you, Felicity? You're great. And then when you go home, you have, like, hour-and-a-half-long conversations on Skype. But when you go back to classroom, oh, hey, what's up? Homework okay? Yeah, that's cool. And you say it, and you know what your heart's doing at the time? Boom, 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 boom. You're nervous, you're freaking out, and you're sweating, and things are terrible. But when you get back home and you have the power of text at your disposal, you can plan. And you feel cool and you feel calm. But you know what that fantasy is that you have? You know that fantasy that's going on in your mind? Here's the fantasy. She asks you out and you don't have to do anything. Right? You're sitting there typing to her. Maybe I'll say something so that she'll love me. And you just sit there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And by waiting, I'm talking about like 9 months to 3 years. Like some range like this. Where people are like, dude, are you seeing anyone? No, but I've been in love with a girl for 3 years and haven't told her a fucking word about it, right? Right, fellas? Sean said, having done this multiple times in his life. Oh, it's terrible. There's always that moment where it just sort of pops out. Where it pops out and you're typing and you're like, I really like you. I actually really like you. And then all of a sudden, the fact that you said it causes this release and it just bubbles up from within and you just feel this confidence, or as I like to call it, you feel this total bullshit. And you're like, I really like you. And I've actually always really liked you. In fact, from the first day I saw you, I thought that you were the most beautiful girl in the whole wide world. And even other galaxies, if life could sustain it. You say something stupid and nerdy in there. You don't give a fuck. You're yourself in that very moment. And as you're done typing, you suddenly realize, holy shit, a conversation is a two-way thing, and she hasn't responded yet. Okay. And you know what? I know this has happened to you. You spam this epic just display of love, this complete and total heart on a stick. I don't know what the term for it is. Heart on a plate, heart on a heart in an email. It's just your heart's there. It's bleeding in front of her. And you know what you see? Felicity is typing. Felicity is typing. Felicity's typing. Felicity's typing. Felicity is... She's still typing. She's there. It says she's typing. She's Oh, fuck. I just put my heart on my sleeve. Thank you, chat. She's typing. She's still typing. Did she take touch typing lessons? Does she know her home row keys? What's she typing? And then you know what happens? Here is the pain. When all of a sudden, as is in Skype, you see the little pen erase and it falls over, and then she's not typing anymore. Oh, fuck! Oh my god. Oh my god. What's happening right now? What's happening right now? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's literally been 5 minutes, right? 5 excruciating, heart-wrenching minutes. Seriously. It's worse than Old Yeller. You're just like... And then she types, oh, Sean. That's fucking it! And then she starts typing and typing and typing and typing, and she's typing and she's typing, and this thing comes up that's like, I really think you're great. I really like you, but, I don't feel the same, but if we could be friends. And you know what you do? You instantly say, I'd love to be friends! As you're crying, and you're, oh god, you're just thinking about all the old games you used to play. You're like, fuck, I need to go through Fallout 1 again. Oh, I need to play Final Fantasy 7, and I need to sob openly when Ares dies. Spoiler alert. That's the way things are, generally. But you know what happens? You start to get past that 3-year period of waiting. And you start to realize, I can just go up to a girl and be like, hi, and just talk to her. What? Really? You can do that? Yeah, you can just go, hey, listen. Listen, I like you. You don't have to say it like it's a business proposal, you're a lawyer, or an IRS worker trying to collect taxes. You don't have to be that intimidating. But you can just go up and be like, hi. And then you realize you can be bold. And thus, Sean's story begins. Sean's story begins. Once upon a time, there was a girl who I was particularly fond of. Her name was Felicity. And there was this girl, and I dug Felicity. She had long, dark hair. She had this chocolate-colored skin. She was absolutely gorgeous, and she had these deep, bright green eyes, like freaky fucking green, like some sort of weird gremlin demon from Supernatural. She just was stunning. And I fancied her. She was a nerd. She was another math major at Harvey Mudd College. And I was like, oh, darling, oh, you give 10 points to Gryffindor. Right? I was really digging her chili. So you know what I did? She really loved reading this historical fiction that was even written in that sort of old-timey language. Right? She loved that sort of stuff. So what I did is I was starting to kind of feel, I was like, she kind of likes me, right? You could call it spider sense. You could call it being stupid. You could call it whatever you wanted. I felt it. I was like, I think she's kind of into me. And I was going to ask her on a date, but you know what I realized to myself? I'm not going to just ask her on a date. I'm going to be a total suave nerd baller. So what I did is I wrote her a letter in Old English. It was like, dearest Felicity, on this fine date of, July 12th, 2010, I wrote this thing out, and it was hilarious. And I was like, I would like to take you on one. And then I wrote the number 1 parenthesis, O-N-E-N parenthesis as I was writing. It was so good. And I folded it up, and I actually got it sealed with a wax stamp. Actual wax. Seriously, like handwritten. I did it in calligraphy because I do that shit. In wax, and I slipped it under her door at 3 a.m. I went to bed at midnight and set my alarm at 3 a.m. and walked over to her door and slipped it under there and went back. And I was kind of back in my room, and I was just like, fucking baller, am I right? Right, Manfred? Right, my furry bunny? Why are you sleeping by a pillow that doesn't have a pillowcase? That's gross. It's yellow. Right, Manfred? Right? I was such a baller. So I slept in. I wake up at 11 a.m. to a note under my door. I'm not making any of this up, by the way. I see a note under my door. And I'm like, ooh. Oh, she's good. She wants to one-up the best. And I open it up, and it's a JavaScript program printed on a piece of paper. Excuse me, Java. It's a Java program printed out. And what it says is, it's this tree, this logic tree, that begins like function class call Sean dot ask Felicity on date, and then it was if going as friends, then print text, yeah, sure, I'd love to go. If not asking as friends, And then there's a long note there that says, well, you know, if I don't really feel that way about you. I'm not making this up. She actually had text there written in this thing. It was syntactically correct, too, right? I saw it was like, if you want to go on a date, then no. No, I won't do that because I don't feel that way about you. And I did not take this well at all. I should have this letter, but I actually ripped it into a million pieces. But what I did is I took the letter and I just go outside and I'm like, Felicity. Oh, fuck that poor girl. I can't believe I said her name. I was like, Felicity, what is this? She's like, I'm sorry. I don't know. I just don't feel that way about you. I was like, but this is Java. This is a program. It's actually accurately written. And she's like, well, I mean, I could tell you put a lot of work into this, and I don't know, I didn't want to just blow it off, so I figured I should do something that was about that much work. And I'm like, this is syntactically correct! This will compile! This program will run! Fuck! I was like, so mad! How could you do this? Fucking the tilt. And there were semicolons, and there was a semicolon at the end of the line to let me know that it was done. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.